Imagine this. Internationally acclaimed actor Keanu Reeves finds himself at a modest burger counter, where his pulse races as he catches sight of a long-forgotten friend, someone who once ignited his dreams with unwavering support. What would you do if you encountered the person who shaped your destiny when you needed it most? Hey there, wherever you are watching from, welcome to Timeless Stories. If you love tales that celebrate the triumph of the human spirit, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Now, let's travel back to a quiet evening in Cedarton, where one unexpected reunion would spark a movement of hope and transformation. In the quiet embrace of Cedarton's twilight, where the streets glowed with the tender hues of amber and violet, Keanu Reeves found himself drawn back to a time when life was unburdened by fame and complexity. After a grueling day on the set of an independent film, the exhaustion in his bones mingled with a deep, unshakable nostalgia for this small town, a place that had cradled his earliest dreams amid tree-lined avenues and the soft flicker of lamplight. Hungry and reflective, he guided his midnight blue sedan toward Burger Corner, a modest haven where the scent of sizzling patties and the hum of neon lights whispered promises of solace. Stepping inside, he slipped into the shadows of a corner booth, his presence unnoticed despite the weight of his name. The clatter of silverware and the crackle of an old radio spilling classic rock wrapped around him like a familiar embrace, while his gaze settled on a figure behind the counter, a man whose every move carried the quiet dignity of a life shaped by resilience. In an instant, the world tilted. That man was Logan Grant, a friend etched into the marrow of Keanu's past. A companion from days when cracked basketball courts and boundless skies held their shared hopes. Logan had been more than a friend, he was the steady hand that lifted Keanu's spirit when doubt loomed large, a voice that whispered belief when the world turned its back. Now, watching Logan flip burgers with care and offer warm smiles to strangers, Keanu felt a flood of memories, laughter echoing through sunlit afternoons, the rhythmic bounce of a ball, and the unwavering faith that had tethered him to something greater. Ordering a cheeseburger, fries, and coleslaw, he savored each bite as if tasting the essence of those lost years, the flavors stirring a longing he could no longer suppress. Rising, he approached the counter, his voice a fragile thread across decades. Logan? The name hung in the air, heavy with unspoken years. When their eyes met, time dissolved. In Logan's gaze, Keanu saw the echoes of their youth, wonder, sorrow, and a loyalty that had weathered time's relentless march. "Keanu, I can't believe it's really you," Logan replied, his voice trembling with the weight of reunion. They retreated to a quiet corner, where the dim light softened the edges of their stories. Logan spoke of his life's detours, family struggles, dreams deferred, and the quiet courage that kept him standing. Keanu listened, his heart a tangle of gratitude and guilt, recalling Logan's old wisdom. Real strength lies not in loud triumphs but in the silent resolve to endure. Those words, once a lifeline, now reignited a fire within him, a reminder that Hollywood's shine paled beside the values Logan had gifted him long ago. As their conversation deepened, a vision took root in Keanu's soul. What if we gave back to Cedarton? He asked, his eyes alight with purpose. What if we built something for the kids here, a place like the one you were for me? Logan's face softened, hope flickering through his weariness. Together, they dreamed of a community center, a sanctuary where Cedarton's youth could find refuge, mentorship, and the chance to chase their own boundless skies. It wasn't just about brick and mortar, it was about honoring a bond that had shaped them both, a testament to kindness and perseverance that could ripple through generations. In that moment, two old friends stood on the cusp of something sacred, their shared past forging a future where no child would feel forgotten. In the tender stillness of Cedarton's dusk, where shadows stretched long and gentle across streets lined with whispering trees, Keanu Reeves felt the pull of a past that had shaped him in ways fame could never touch. After a day consumed by the raw demands of an independent film, exhaustion settled into his frame, yet it was laced with a profound yearning for the simplicity of his youth. Driving through the town's amber glow, he sought refuge in Burger Corner, a place where the sizzle of burgers and the faint hum of nostalgia promised more than just a meal. They offered a bridge to what once was. Slipping into a booth, unnoticed despite his towering legacy, he watched the world unfold around him with a quiet reverence. His eyes caught on Logan Grant behind the counter, a man whose every gesture radiated the resilience of a life forged in struggle, a friend whose unwavering belief had once steadied Keanu when the ground beneath him trembled. The recognition hit like a thunderclap, peeling back decades in an instant. Logan wasn't just a figure from boyhood. He was the heartbeat of a time when dreams were scribbled in the dust of cracked courts and whispered under endless skies. Each bite of his meal, a simple cheeseburger, fries, and coleslaw, carried the taste of those days, stirring a tide of emotion that surged beyond containment. "Logan," he called, his voice a fragile tether across years of silence, and in the meeting of their eyes, time unraveled. There was wonder there, yes, but also the ache of lost years and the unspoken vow of a bond that had endured. They retreated to a corner where the world softened, and Logan's story poured forth of hardship, of detours, of a quiet strength that refused to break. Keanu listened, his soul heavy with gratitude and a flicker of remorse, hearing echoes of Logan's old truth. Strength is not in the noise of victory, but in the silent courage to press on. From that sacred reunion, a dream took root, fierce and unyielding. "What if we gave Cedarton something lasting?" Keanu asked, his voice alive with a fire kindled by memory. He envisioned a community center, a sanctuary where the town's children could find what Logan had once given him: belief, unshakable and true. Logan's gaze shifted from doubt to a tentative hope, and together they wove a vision of hardwood courts, books, and meals for those who knew hunger too well. It was more than a building, it was a testament to the power of compassion, a way to repay a debt Keanu had carried in his heart. Weeks turned to months as the dream grew flesh. Keanu, tireless, rallied architects and townsfolk, while Logan, still flipping burgers, became the quiet pulse of their mission. One morning, over coffee in a diner that smelled of their youth, Keanu made it real. "Lead it, Logan." No one else could. Hesitation melted into purpose, and they planned with fervor, every detail a brick in a legacy of hope. The Cedarton Community Haven rose from an old shell on Main Street, its walls painted with the sweat of volunteers and the faith of a town reborn. On its opening day, Keanu stood before them, his voice trembling with the weight of return. "Logan taught me that greatness is compassion in action," he said, clutching a faded promise from their past. "This is our vow to lift every child who walks through these doors." Logan, now its steward, wept as he pledged his life to it, and with a ribbon's fall, the air filled with the sound of possibility. In that moment, Cedarton wasn't just a town, it was a beacon, lit by two friends who turned memory into a future where no one is left behind. Over the following months, the community center quickly transformed into a vibrant epicenter of growth and opportunity. Logan, now at the helm as director, dedicated himself to running engaging programs from after-school tutoring and sports clinics to creative workshops that encouraged children to explore their passions. His leadership was never about grand pronouncements, but about the steady, compassionate actions that built trust and nurtured dreams. Keanu continued to visit often, sharing his own stories of perseverance and the lessons he'd learned from his past. During one of his visits, he sat on the newly polished basketball court with a group of children. "Every shot you take, whether you score or miss, is a lesson in resilience," he told them, his voice warm and encouraging. "Keep trying, keep dreaming, and never forget that your true worth comes from the heart." The center's influence spread far beyond its walls. Local news outlets picked up the inspiring story of a famous actor returning to his roots to make a difference. Viewers across the nation resonated with the tale, a reminder that no matter how far we go, our beginnings always hold the power to shape our future. Cedarton became a symbol of hope, a testament to the belief that kindness can indeed transform lives. One memorable day during an after-school session, a quiet, reserved boy named Noah gathered the courage to share his dream of becoming an engineer. As he described designing bridges and constructing cities, Logan knelt beside him, his voice gentle yet firm. "Noah, the world needs your vision. Never let anyone tell you your dreams are too big. I believe in you." In that instant, Noah's eyes sparkled with a newfound confidence, a moment that encapsulated the heart of the center's mission. As seasons changed and the community center grew both in stature and spirit, Keanu and Logan often found themselves together, reflecting on the journey they had embarked on. One sunny afternoon, while sitting on a bench overlooking a bustling playground, Keanu turned to Logan and said quietly, "You changed my life, and today, you're changing countless lives. I've learned that true success isn't measured by fame or fortune, it's about the courage to give back." Logan's smile, filled with both gratitude and resolve, spoke volumes. "Every day, when I see these kids learning, playing, and dreaming, I know that our struggles were not in vain. This center is not just a building, it's a promise for the future where every child is valued." Before parting ways that day, Keanu addressed a small group of onlookers that had gathered a mix of local residents, parents, and curious children. "Every act of kindness, no matter how small, has the power to change the world," he said. "Reflect on what you can do today to lift someone up. And if this story touched your heart, share your thoughts in the comments below and subscribe to Timeless Stories. Together, let's spark a movement of kindness and hope." In the months and years that followed, the Cedarton Community Haven became much more than just a building. It blossomed into a living, breathing legacy of compassion. Logan's tireless work created programs that not only improved academic performance and athletic skills, but also fostered an environment where every child felt a deep sense of belonging. Keanu's periodic visits and heartfelt endorsements inspired volunteers, donors, and community members alike, uniting everyone with the belief that each act of kindness could ignite profound change. At a community event held on a crisp autumn day, as golden leaves danced in the breeze and children played on the refurbished courts, Logan looked out at the crowd and reflected. "Our journey began with a simple promise, a promise that every child deserves a chance to dream and be supported. Today, Cedarton stands as a reminder that our humble beginnings can lead to extraordinary futures." His words were met with resounding applause, a chorus of voices united in hope and determination. Keanu, standing nearby, added, "Remember, true greatness is not in what we achieve for ourselves, but in the love and support we extend to others. Let this be a call to action. Look within, reach out, and be the change you wish to see in the world." His message resonated deeply, echoing across Cedarton and beyond, inspiring countless individuals to spread kindness and empower those in need. As you listen to this story of unexpected reunions, dreams rekindled, and communities transformed, take a moment to reflect on your own journey. Ask yourself, what legacy do you want to leave behind? How can you, in your own way, make a difference in the lives of those around you? Whether it's through a kind gesture, a moment of encouragement, or simply sharing your story, know that every act of compassion can create ripples of hope that change the world. If this tale moved you, if it reminded you of the power of genuine human connection, please leave a comment below sharing your thoughts. And if you haven't already, subscribe to Timeless Stories, because every shared story inspires another, and together, we can build a future where kindness reigns. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey. Let this story be a reminder. Our beginnings are the seeds of our future, and in every corner of life, there lies the potential to inspire, uplift, and transform. Now go out there and be the spark of change in your own world. True success isn't measured by wealth, fame, or accolades. It's defined by the lives we touch, the kindness we share, and the strength we find in our connections with one another. Keanu Reeves and Logan Grant's journey teaches us that the most profound victories come from giving back and staying true to our roots. So, wherever you are, remember, every act of kindness, no matter how small, creates ripples that can transform communities. Thank you for listening to this timeless tale. Reflect on your own beginnings, share your story, and let's continue to inspire one another. If this story ignited a spark within you, spread that light today, like, comment, and subscribe to Timeless Stories. Together, we can make the world a kinder, more hopeful place.